Hello, welcome to another Better Worse here on my channel. We're going to look at Indiana Jones versus Uncharted. Yes, indeed. Let's just get right into it with storyline or story. I'm not going to talk a lot about this, so I'm just going to outline a little bit about what this series is all about. Indiana Jones and the Uncharted series are essentially treasure hunting series. The biggest difference will probably be that it is different mediums. Both have supernatural things happening in both series, and at the same time they have some big bad guys that are trying to get the same treasure that our hero are actually going after. So in that regard, it is really similar in that regard, and that is why many people actually think or are looking at which ones is taking from each other, essentially. Which other, basically, I would say is are taking a lot from Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones will come first. And a lot of the treasure hunting things, the wisecracking character and etc, everything have probably been, at least they're taking ideas from Indiana Jones. That is what I'm trying to say. But each one have their own greatness to it, because Indiana Jones for the most part have great, what can I say, ideas when it comes to actually telling the storyline and how our hero actually getting forward, which is Indiana Jones. In Uncharted we follow Nathan Drake, and it is saying there he is really smart and have many great ideas, so it's really hard to decide which one that shows you the best story, because both of basically tell from the same point of view. It is our hero. In Indiana Jones it is Indiana Jones. In Uncharted it is Nathan Drake. Both are wisecracking heroes that have their up and downs, and both really smart and really interested in history and treasure hunting. So because of that, it is so hard to decide, so it's going to be a tie. Topic number 2 are going to be set pieces, essentially. Set pieces in both movies, in both series, are amazing. In Indiana Jones it is temples, it is jungles, it is different countries. Same in Uncharted, it is temples, it is jungles, it is beautiful to look at and play through in both mediums and in both series. At the same time, it is really hard to decide which one that has the best one. Similar here, because both have their greatness when it comes to their mediums, and then sometimes they have their downs. Indiana Jones movies have great set pieces when it comes to action, such as, I think it was in the third movie, we have the first part, which is in, was it Thailand, I think it was, or China, I can't remember directly. That's a really great set piece. It isn't in the jungle or in the temple or anything like that, but it's just a fun start point to the movie. Even though the movie isn't the best one, it is still a great start point. The same can be talked about in Uncharted. We are in a pub, it is a fight there, and it is great to be inside that fight. Essentially, it is a small room, but it feels so much alive. Because of that, it is so hard to decide, and it's going to be a tie again. Tie number 3 are going to be side characters. Here it is going to be a little bit different. Indiana Jones have somewhat different side characters in each movie. Sometimes some returns, which is the love interest in the first movie, which returns, I think it is in the fourth one. I can't remember the name, sorry for that. But in Uncharted we have the same characters. We have Sully, we have Elena, and etc. So we have returning characters throughout this series, but in Indiana Jones it isn't that many returning characters in each movie. They change from each movie, so you don't get that much development, or of course you get the character development in each movie, but I wanted a little bit more to feel more interested in these characters, and because of that, in Uncharted you get to see the characters evolve through this series, and you'll grow to love them, and because of that, the winner of this topic is going to be Uncharted. And topic number 4 are going to be the best main character, Indiana Jones versus Nathan Drake. As I said, both have their ups and downs, and both are really funny, voice-cracking characters, which are really smart, great treasure hunters that are great developed and played characters. So it's really hard to decide which one stands out the most. And because of that, it is going to be, sorry, I'll tie. I really like both main characters because they stand out each of their own in different ways and are equally as good when it comes to actually treasure hunting. So because I can't really decide which one is the best one. And the final topic, and of course that was the final topic, sorry for that. And the ultimate winner, with a small little bit edge because of one topic, is going to be Uncharted. Both Indiana Jones and Uncharted have great story development, storytelling, and great set pieces, great atmospheres, great environments, effects, and great main characters that stands out on their own and really gives you an interesting way to follow the storyline. The only thing that makes Uncharted stand out a little bit more than Indiana Jones is that you get to see the side characters evolve more because they return in each game. In Indiana Jones you don't get the same returning characters in each movie. You have it sometimes, but not as much as it is in Uncharted, and because that Uncharted edges out Indiana Jones a little bit more because you learn to love the characters more in that series. And that's all for today, folks. We'll see you next time.